So hi everybody, and while I'm making this app here with lists and where I can click and delete some items, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I'm gonna do it from scratch, and so let's import Tkinter SDK. Tkinter is our module to create graphical user interface. Let's save this and gonna call this list.by, and so we're gonna create our window with the instance of tk. In case you're not familiar with this, you get this window here when you do this, and now we're gonna give some width and height here to the window this way, and with these two numbers here put them on the window on a same if I go here and do 500, it will put this window here at the middle. And now I'm gonna give also a title to this, and I will say Ctrl plus S equal, or better select to delete items. So now we want to add items, delete items. What we are going to do is to create a v as tk.stringvar to add items into an entry that is this object here, created like this, attach it to the entry, and then make it visible like this. You see, here is the entry. Now with this one we will input something into a list. So let's create a list that will be a lst equal tk.listbox, always attach it to the root, and lst.pack. Let's see it, there it is. Alright, so we want to make things simple. We won't just make fancy layout things like that. We just wanted to put data into this through this. What we are going to do is to make entry.bind. So when we press return, we will add something into the list box. So we will make list insert parentheses, tk.end written in capital letter, and comma, and what we are going to insert is the things that is in entry, so v or entry dot get, right, which is inside entry. So this will not work. List is not defined because first of all list it's here after here, so you're going to put this down here, but it's, if we do something here, nothing will happen. So we'll go lambda and 0 position argument, 1 was given. We need to put an X here, and there we go. Now we can insert things inside of this. Maybe after we've done this we want to delete the entry, and so we can see if we can do a colon and v.set nothing, and you cannot do it. So let's take this, let's create a function here, def add and then we dot set nothing and put add here. Let's put, okay, now it works, but we do not delete because we get to do text variable equal v to connect it to. Okay, so now we get this. Now we want to delete the items, right? This is the thing that we want to do with the selection. So we are going to make lst.bind double list box select, right, with double angular parentheses, and let's call this delete. Okay, we gotta delete, we don't need this stuff. We can use tk.active, I think. And we need and let me take a look here how we can delete okay, I must put here list, not entry. Okay, as you can see, now it is when you select something, it deletes it. If you don't want to make it so, want to double click, that makes you more comfortable, you go and do double button. If I remember well, it is written this way or in another way. Yes, it's right. So if you prefer double button, because you first want to make sure what you are deleting, otherwise it's maybe a little too fast, Okay, this is how you can insert and delete stuffs, and to make it, you see, you have always something empty here. You always could decide to save your data for the next time if you want to make something like a memo, and you could do it in many ways, and the simplest way is to do something like root.bind Control plus S and save, and def save. I want to make things a little easy here. I don't want to get mad at remembering stuff, etc. So if this, I got the add stuff here, and let me create just something that is useful for me. There is this text thing. Maybe I can do it another way, but I want to make something really easy to do. Text blocks it more, and okay, I'm gonna memorize it to this, and or let me just make a list so that when we save, we're gonna do with open, we're gonna memorize the data into here. Well, I changed my mind here. Let me use it just a simple string. So this will get, every time we press enter, we put it also into this. We could have grabbed the Listbox instead, but I don't want to mess around with remembering what I have to do to take the data from the Listbox, so I'm going to do it in this simple way. Now, when I open the window here, the first things that I have to do is let me import OS first. So if data.txt in os.list there, so if there is this into our folder, we are going to open it, and we're gonna read it, or better, for line in file we are gonna entry Listbox here dot insert tk.end each line that we saved. Now we must put this into def get data, and maybe here at the end get data, grab saved data, grab saved data, save as memos in Listbox. This one deletes items in Listbox with double click on item, and this is add item to Listbox with entry when press return, when return is pressed. Let's see if it works. 4, 5, 6. Let's eliminate 6 and 3. Now let's do Ctrl S, and as usual, and I want to also put something to remember. You select to delete items, and enter to add items, and GTRL plus S to save just a little memo here up above here, just to remember what you have to do. We should use label here, but okay, let's delete this number, and now let's save it. Okay, now we're gonna close it, gonna open it. There we go, we get our files, our data, but we must understand that we saved the data here, and we need to put a a dash n maybe could be our better way to do it. So let me delete this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the shop. Buy milk. Okay, let's see, we delete it like this. Go to the gym, do the housework. Now I want to save this stuff, so I'm gonna save it. Go here, open it. Okay, I got them, but I do not deleted this one, and so I need to, because yeah, it would be could have been more easy if I just went and saved the item inside. I could have done for E in list. I'm not sure here. Text. Print E. Let me see if I can go and save it this way. If I press S, so to do this without this text here, the variable, but getting the what is inside the list so that you have less problem, you could do this. You can go and use a tk variable here, and instead of string var, and here instead of tk listbox, you go and use list variable equal lv, that is this thing here, right? And so using tk in lv, the data inside of, you can take a track of the data inside of this, so that when we save, we are going to use a text here as an empty string, and then for every value in lv, that is this one, this tk variable, dot get. So for all the, you will see that if I'm going here and I print v.get, when I show you lv, sorry, dot get, will show what we get. If I press S, you see I get this list, or better list tuple here of the things that is into my list. You see I get this. I can add something here, and line 10 text is not defined, sorry. Yeah, I don't need this one anymore, neither this. Let me run it again. So if I add something like go for a walk, and I press S, you will see that I got go for a walk here too. So now if I open, okay, now if I want to save it, this thing here, let me delete this. I'm gonna do a for loop here, and for every item in this list that I just showed you, I'm gonna add this item in in text, and then I'm gonna save it. Say we open into this file. I'm gonna go in writing mode, and I'm gonna use this object here, that is this file, to write in it and save it, to write in it this text that will contain all the items in the list. So let's see if it works now. I can, you see there is no go for work because I didn't use this the save method, save function. Let's also print some stuff like 1, 2. Let me delete the number 2, and let me do 4, 5, read. Now I'm gonna save it. You see it printed here the stuff. If I close this and when I open it again, I don't actually have what I added. As you can see, walk, save it, close it, open. Okay, now I got it. Yes, because I probably haven't saved the file before. So now let me go and print some buy a book, go to restaurant and call Megan, and then I've done the housework. So I'm gonna save it, close it, rerun it, and for some reason I haven't saved it. Let's see what happens, because probably the problem is very simple. Yes, data txt. Okay, if data txt in I'm not writing in it, and there must be some I get the data at the start, and here it doesn't save because root bind control s return. I wanna also put a label here. To give me advice when it saves. If I press S, the data saved. Let me go again and write a good S. Okay, so now, so I think I am I'm going to change this. I don't want to use this for loop. Maybe I don't need it, and I just want to go here and directly put lv.get, but this is a list of the items. It's not a not a string, and I cannot write a list but just a string. So I'm gonna go and use this new line here, the join function here, to get a string out of a list. And so let me go here and see if it works. I get these items here. Let me delete something. Let me put 01, and this is the last item. Okay, let's save it. As you see, saved, and now let's see if it saved everything. Okay, saved everything. There are just some spaces here, and let me do like this way to see if I can get rid of them. Okay, let me add 300 here, save it, close it, and now let's open it again. Okay, now it doesn't have, but you get some problem here because I cannot go. And so maybe let me see how I can make sure here that I'm not, and how can I do it? Okay, so the problem here, let me solve this thing, that when I save here and when I go and reload, there is this space in here. I am just going to, I'm going to leave the new line here. I'm going to make here dot strip when I go and load the data back, and you see that now I got this thing here, and but if I add something and save it now, if I run it again, you see there are no empty line here between. Let me try again with the last number 2, 3. Let me save it, close it, run it again. Okay, now everything seems to work fine. Let me give it another last try. And okay, this is how you can insert and delete data and memorize them into an external file so that you can have your personal memo, and yeah, you can just go and let me do another label here. With this advices here, and let me put the title here too. Memo to do list, to the list, and Python. Okay, enter to add item, select to delete, and Ctrl plus S to save. So thank you, and see you in the next video tutorial. Let's save it, open it, and there you go. Okay, thank you to everyone, and see you next time. Subscribe to my channel if you liked video like this, and also click on the bell if